I'm Lillie Harris and I'm a young composer. I'm based in London. I'm originally from Canterbury. I'm doing the LPO scheme this year, which is very exciting. It's quite common for composers to get into composition as opposed to music generally quite late. So a lot of composers that I knew at college, at the Royal College, got into composing in their mid-late teens, which is around the same time it was for me. My previous job aspiration was to be a published author. The idea of writing and expression and the idea of music eventually sort of came together. It was partly when I started to realise what film music could do, and like the combination of visual imagery and music and how that could make you feel stuff, and I thought that was amazing. I love it, it's great. So my teacher, Harris Kitos, who I started studying with later in my first year and then in my second year, the first lesson I had with him was great. He was like, okay, so on a spectrum from like Bach to Schoenberg, or like even more avant-garde than that, where are you at the moment? And I was like, I'm somewhere in the middle there. He was like, okay, we'll go with that. We'll just do what you do, but really well. I was like, I like you, that's cool. Because there was the encouragement just to do what you wanted to do, but make sure what you were doing was the best it could be and offer you the opportunities to learn from that.
Where are you on the scale of Bach to Schoenberg?
I think I'm probably slightly further that way in some respects. It's such a hard question to answer. Such a broad spectrum, and it varies depending on what you're doing and what you need to do, because obviously different sets of notes or different tonality systems offer you different opportunities. My inspirations often come from emotional ideas, ideas about narrative story. Shockingly, since I originally wanted to be an author, so I often sort of gauge back to how I feel about things or general emotional states, or try to imagine how someone else was feeling. So a piece that I wrote a couple of years ago that I'm quite proud of was setting some words and some poems about Henri Gaudier-Brzeska. I always hope I've pronounced that correctly. He was a French sculptor who became very good friends with a Polish lady, and their relationship is really confusing and quite unclear, but he adopted her name. He was killed in 1915 and he was only 21. But the sculptures that he left behind are absolutely gorgeous, and he wrote some really interesting manifestos on his approach to sculpture. And so I was trying to get into his sound world and the writings that he left from the trenches, the sorts of things that he was listening to and how he was feeling. And so I think that's probably what I try to do most in writing is some level of empathy, whether it's inviting people in towards me or me reaching out to other people. It's some sort of human connection.